because you are out there and I'm out here, we're literally on opposite sides of the country.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you a little bit about what we're trying to do. This could be it, Melody. I could feel it. So this would be your this would be after she hit you maybe once off camera, and then.
Well, that would already mean blood.
Yeah, I know.
Or would it mean like after she fell, maybe she like looked up and then hit her again?
Like suddenly she's like, why do you have blood on your face and a hammer? And she gets hit, and that's where the rest of the blood comes from on Janie.
Yeah. So then that fall is an okay fall.
That's what I mean, is so if you do it once, then...
So then what we need now...
is a safety.
And it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming to hit you! Okay. We got 2 of them. Now it's time to make some blood.
Wonderful. Oh, the gloves, come on.
The gloves.
We're not doing the effect first. We're just going to put some blood on her forehead first.
Such an
There's no chunks in there.
There's also no purple, because there was a bunch of purple from me doing my hair.
Probably still hair in there.
No, I cleaned it.
Thanks, brother.
Just so I can get blood in there.
That may be all we need.
Okay.
Okay, good. And just a couple whips, and you hit. When you hit like that again, drop the box.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're hit. And going up, and he's coming. I can't hit you. Okay. All right.
What do you want now?
Good question.
Well, it's going to clamp it a little.
Yeah.
There's no other way to secure
Can I
it.
see right here? See if this one's clamping it?
Not a lot.
No. Okay, blood is going to the line. Alright. Alright, stop. Yep, cutting. Alright, well then.
Now I'm really glad I took my socks off.
Okay. Alright, stop. We gotta pick it up, so let's just go right back.
Okay.
Okay. We're rolling.
Recording. Yeah.
Look towards us, look towards us. Lift your head up a little more. Okay.
Still messing up the mark.
Just let it just keep going. You're good, you're good, you got it. It gives me the stuff to edit with. A little more. Yeah. That looks really good. Alright, we're gonna cut.
And then where is she? Am I looking right at her? Like,
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was a really good one. You nailed it.
extend your hand for me.
You have a drawing trachea in you and you need to put that.
Okay, let's get the leg. And on the leg, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do veins. And like, cause like he was saying, he wanted it kind of almost like it's a split kind of thing happening where the body's torn between accepting it and rejecting it. So I'm gonna kind of trail it around the holes.
Would it be easier if I didn't have these on?
It'll be,
Okay.
Jesus.
all in a day's work.
Her feet will come out. We're only going to see her waist end. She's going to come out like this. The door will shut behind her. She'll walk up to here. The camera, of course, will be following her. Will come up to her shoulder. She'll open the door, reveal it.
I'm gonna have a syringe in this hand.
Yeah.
No, in this hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want the syringe?
The syringe will drop it here. That'll be my cue to start creeping up on you.
I thought you wanted it facing towards the camera.
It is facing. The camera's right there.
Then it would be here. It would be this hand.
Okay. Yep. So you come around. This will be just down. Okay. We'll put your hand here. And I'll be over your shoulder at that point. So you can shoot it. Melody will have her head over.
Okay, so
Okay, we good?
Yep.
Okay. Camera's rolling.
I'm set.
Okay, Chris, action! Okay, camera's rolling, and action! Starting all the way back in 2009, going for gore. And then what we've done is we've created this storyline that has been like the through line to the entire film series, and you never know where the series is going to take. And throughout the years, we've had werewolves and life and death type characters and aliens and zombies and all that. And it's always interesting where you can go in this universe of films.
I came home from theater and we were trying to figure takeout. And she just lost it on me.
So representing the LGBTQ plus community is really an honor, of course. It was kind of on my bucket list of things as an actor. I am part of that community and I wanted to be able to represent it. So it was really exciting when Adam came forward with this project to see if I was interested and told me about the relationship between Sam and Danny. And I was so thrilled. So I hope that we did it in the best and most respectful way possible. And I'm just really glad that I could be a part of a project where we are representing that community because it's so important. And yeah, I'm really glad that Adam and Kristen wrote something like this.
I think initially when I read the character of Lana, I thought that I really could be this character. She's really relatable, as everyone has gone through some sort of loss at one time or another in their lives. Some sort of loss that really makes you uncomfortable and like maybe you won't get through it. Lana has a lot of that. Even just like everyday tasks are really difficult for her. No one ever thinks that you're going to lose your special person so early in life. Even now, going or living through a pandemic, not being able to literally see anybody or do anything, it made me evaluate myself and what was truly important. I've learned through like acting classes that acting is showing truth from imaginary circumstances. Whenever given a character, I think that you have to try to find something real, some quality of yourself to help you really embody that character. I think that Lana really has some real qualities that everyone has experienced: grief, loss, struggling with going through life. Personally, I've also felt that all those things at one time or another and channeled that into portraying Lana.
We never stop looking for Chloe, and we won't this time either. If Danny's out there, we'll find her.
What I kind of find with Adam and Kristen, it's like Adam's driving a bus, Kristen's his navigator, and we're all just passengers in the bus. And what makes it really fun is Kristen will be saying, Adam, we're going to go this way. And all of a sudden he just makes a left turn and just goes in an entirely different direction. So it's a lot of fun. And what he likes to do, he likes to throw things out there to just kind of get some feedback from his fans or people who, work with him. And he might say, oh, I wonder what would happen if we do this. And the next thing you know, gets me thinking about it. And so I'll send him something and I'll say, well, I kind of thought about my backstory because I've always believed that even though the film ends, the character doesn't end. He just simply, you just don't see him anymore, but he still exists in Adam's universe, and he or she is still doing something. So I just find it's just kind of invigorating for me to kind of uh, think about what is Adam thinking about my character, past, present, and future. So it's always kind of fun to throw that out there. Will we see any of it? Well, you never know. Very easy to get hit with a shovel in the back of the head, like I experienced from Harold and Fang. But raw emotion is a totally different thing. And I'm not even sure how many takes it took until I felt. Adam worked with me and says, feel where she's coming from. Just feel it. You'll get hit by that emotion. And I did. And it just changed my whole approach. And because of my past with Chloe, where my wife and myself would watch them when they were young, it was a very emotional experience for me to finally feel, that raw emotion just hit me, and to react to it just much like I reacted to getting hit with the shovel. So it was a really, really good scene for me. That was something I really enjoyed.
Lana, 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 Lana. I knew it. It was a really cool experience. My first time ever doing that. We recorded a lot of stuff over Zoom, so I had my phone out and my laptop out, and I had our director Adam on the other line on Zoom, so he was directing me over video. The main difference, I would say, between acting in person and acting over Zoom is just, exactly that. You don't physically have your director there, but Adam did such a great job directing me over Zoom, so I honestly had a great time. There were a couple moments where Danny's personalities would flip really quickly. There's a lot of monologuing that my character does, where she's kind of talking to herself and she's a little bit unraveling mentally, and then she picks up the phone and she's kind of tricking someone on the other line, and those are always fun and sometimes challenging moments for actors, where you're in a certain moment and then you flip to a different moment. Fun to play with, but those are definitely challenging. I just loved that you saw what was behind the villain and you sort of started to feel for her and what she had been through, and I love just seeing a strong female lead that's really thought out. I instantly, when I got the script, was like, I'm on board. I love this. It's great.
Ah, there you are. Just in time to hear a story.
It was definitely surprising. I didn't think at first the Grim Reaper would ever get his series, but when Adam came to me with the idea of a series starting with the Grim Reaper, I was on board. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's definitely a lot of layers to be put on, but this is like when you used to play the character, as soon as you put the costume on, the character is right there. Like I said, being able to dive into more of the Grim Reaper character and how he is on a regular when he's doing his 9-to-5 job, harvesting souls and such. We didn't get to see a lot of that on his last bout with the horrific evil monsters. So being able to see the Grim Reaper how he is by himself, and seeing like the dark humor that he brings, and just seeing that he's not your average Grim Reaper character, I think that was something really, truly awesome to do. I don't know exactly what he'll be doing exactly per se, but he will definitely have some kind of role, and he'll bring his dark humor along with him in any other adventures you see in the future.
You shouldn't have done that. I found it hard to relate to a character that kills cats. That's good. So I was researching recent cat murders. I know I don't usually look that up, but it popped up this guy who actually would get cats like by the dozen, but then end up like killing them off one by one. And even though I found this like really disturbing, I read on, and he said that the cats would look at him and he felt like they didn't love him anymore, like they need to be taught a lesson, and then he would kill them. And so I was like, how do I get into that kind of idea of a person? Like, obviously this is kind of what Danny does, like, you're ruining our tea party and everything, and just like the guy did, they didn't love me anymore or something. So I tried to relate to that when I was acting out Danny. I picked out a shirt that I didn't really like because I knew that it probably wouldn't come out in the wash. It's like this ironically happy shirt with
To be
sequins and
honest, it
rainbows,
seems
and
kind of
Danny is
natural
not
to me at this
happy
point, which is
or
kind of freaking me out a little bit.
sequiny, so I thought that was ironic.
In
But
reality,
yeah,
I
I got
did
covered in blood. We
watch
shot
a
the
lot
scene,
of
and then
dramas and
we
thrillers, and actually
we
started
washed my
reading
face
the
off,
book
and
that
we washed the shirt off,
Hannibal is
and
based off
came out
of.
all clean.
But seeing their perspectives as people that really want to help in any way that they can, even when they
Hey,
get dark.
Samantha.
That really helped me prepare. When I first read the script, I knew there was something going on at the end, and I knew that this guy, Bill, the character, had a whole lot to hide, but I didn't know it went that far. But after reading the ending, I realized that even though Bill is a monster, he doesn't see himself as a monster. He sees himself as somebody that is just trying to help no matter what the cause. It was somewhat difficult finding focal points and reacting to the other character because you never knew how they were going to respond to you. A lot of acting for me, at least with the scene partner, is vibing off of that other person and feeling their energy and their reaction and using it to fuel you. So having to portray these things in like a monologue type manner was a bit challenging, but it also gave me a freedom that traditional ways of filming do not. Like, I could take these monologues and bring them nearly anywhere, and Adam, with his genius editing skills, will somehow make it fit. Yeah, it was a little difficult, but it was also a really great learning experience and a lot of fun to do.
So I wanted to write something relatable, a situation that all of us have been in, or emotions that all of us have felt or can relate to the thoughts and feelings of the characters playing those roles, and just kind of feel those feelings that they were going through as they were acting. So the series literally is centered just around an argument, dealing with a breakup, and then how it can affect somebody's mental health. We touch on mental illness, that's a big one. We have strong independent women, and then we highlight the LGBTQ community, all independent of each other, of course, but in film, I think we really need to normalize showing a real representation of our community and real situations that they deal with. So it's challenging, for sure. You would think it would be easier because there's a basic structure already set up and the characters are already established, but it's actually the opposite. You really have to find a way to be creative and unique while still trying to stick to an established storyline that's running through your story, trying to introduce new characters, interweave them into existing characters. And then there's a lot of times where Adam wants certain plot elements added in. So it's definitely a challenge to make that fit, but I do like it.
Wrap.
Woo!